Previously on James and Sunda.
The dead to me champion. There are how many people aren't you talking to, Mom?
Oh, about 10.
10? Wow. That few, I don't believe it. It's more than 10.
It's more than 10, but I never count.
So when you go back, Jimmy, what will you be doing in the army?
I'm not going to be going back. I'm going to stay in America until I see a lot of Jews going back. And
They going back, Jimmy, and you need to go back. You need to listen to me. You need to listen to me.
Listen, I can't.
Now look, I tried and I tried. I know you can go there. You can pick up a gun.
I can't join the Israel army. I'm too old. I got an eye problem. I got a
Why can't you pick up
problem.
a gun?
I'm hernia prone.
Why can't you drive a truck? You were so angry and upset because that's all you had for me for 5 minutes. Well, now you have a lifetime. A lifetime together. Together, it's us.
This is no place today. This is very unethical. She is a rather attractive woman, but there's a fine, attractive and crazy together. Not for me. You thought of medication, Shazadeh?
Yes, I have. Birth control pill. The problem is this. He knows that we have to have the baby soon because the time is essencing.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the James and Sunda
Show extravaganza.
extravaganza. Yeah, it's an extravaganza now. It's a special event.
It is a special event. You know why, James?
Why, Sunda?
Because you made it here in one piece, and we were only 4 minutes late, and you were making me late. You were doing it on purpose. You were just opening the door slowly, shutting the trunk slowly, saying, "Oh my God, it's almost
slowly.
almost
I
time."
only go at one pace.
None. Zero.
It's fast.
Zero. Fast.
Fast.
We're going to change the name of this show to what? Anxious and Depressed.
Anxious
right?
and Depressed.
Anxious
yeah,
and Depressed. He says that I'm too anxious, that I'm trying to get everything done, calling everybody, doing this, and getting nothing done, and he won't move.
And she says I'm depressed, but I'm really not. I'm
No, he's not
extremely
depressed.
happy.
He is happy.
Thank you.
You believe in happiness. You're writing a book about happiness.
I am writing a book about happiness.
Right. How many pages do you have?
How many pages does it have to be?
At least a page, James.
No one's going to buy a one-page book. It's got to be like 250 pages minimum.
Well, the first thing I want to say before we start the show is I want to say hello.
And we started the show.
We did start the show.
Yeah,
I wanted to
please.
give a shout out to Tova Dershowitz, Rabbi Dershowitz's wife, who had us over for Shabbat dinner last week.
Yes.
And that was very nice because, something, she really doesn't care much about me, but you.
She's a big fan of mine.
She's
yeah.
a huge fan.
But I made a terrible mistake at the Shabbos dinner because I was wearing a shirt, an undershirt, and a jacket, and it was so hot. I was sweating during the whole.
But why do he
meal.
always wears jackets? Because you don't
I
want
need
to.
the
Because he doesn't want to
pockets. I
carry a
need the
pocketbook.
pockets, yeah.
He
Why
doesn't
would I
wanna
carry a
pocketbook?
pocketbook?
Because you're going to ask me to hold something.
I'm not going to ask you. You don't even have any pockets. I don't know how you function
Oh, I have
without
pockets. I had babies. I have pockets, okay? I got pockets like
Right.
you can't imagine.
It's more like you have a book bag.
I got a book bag right
Yeah,
here, okay? I got
you do.
places to hide things.
You got
I'm
luggage.
just depressed about the Jersey Shore being canceled. That's what I
Really?
wanted to say. Yeah, the Jersey
Please,
Shore is
tell
being
them about
canceled,
this.
and I'm depressed about it.
breaking news.
It's breaking news. It's breaking news. What
Jersey
is
Live television?
This is Jersey Live, right? But what's going to happen now? What is it? Nobody. Well, what's going to happen when people have nothing really good to watch?
That was really good.
I never saw it.
I never saw it either.
But the characters were just unbelievable. My daughter can do an impression of Pauly D like nobody else.
Yeah?
Does she do it all right?
Does, yeah.
She
I
does
don't even know who Pauly D is, but I know it's a good
Well, I
impression.
was down the shore this summer, and I thought about James because every time that I'm out to dinner with James, he insists that we're not out together at dinner.
So Sunda should have her own talk show, which she has. This is a talk show. She's a great talker. She can't stop talking. And wherever we go, people go over to us, and a lot of them want to talk to Sunda, and it goes on for hours, and it's horrible. And we went to dinner. This is an important thing to know. You go to dinner with Sunda, you're not going to eat with Sunda. She's going to go to another table, sit at the other table, and eat with the people at the other table.
Well,
and that was the strangest thing. We were out dinner, and Sue Katz was there, and her husband, and your husband. I'm there, your kids are there, and 2 seconds later, you're eating with people you don't even know.
They were very nice. I just couldn't say no.
How do you do that, though?
Well, you just sit down, you talk to them.
But you don't feel weird that you're imposing on
No,
them?
they told me sit down, so I sat down.
But then you started eating.
They
Did they say eat? Did they say you should have a bite? You were like, I'm going to try this.
I said I would try it, which I did, and it was very good. I just think he's jealous because he does. That would mean that he would have to get up and move, and that's something that
I say hello when I go back to my table. I don't want to bother anybody.
Listen, I'm not even finished, okay? I've got to tell you something. The craziest thing was that we run into this woman who wants to speak to James in Yiddish because James speaks Yiddish. Say in Yiddish, you speak Yiddish.
Ich red Yiddish.
Right, so that's what he does. So the woman...
And Sunda speaks Italian, Portuguese, and Spanish.
Stop this, she. No, not
she
really.
Does.
No, he keeps telling people that, and I don't. It's dialect. And I just want to know, just to go off the record, this is Julia's ring. She's helping us today.
Julia over there.
Julia, thank you so much for letting me wear your ring, because it's not mine. And it's feeling very heavy, like it could really leave a mark. I like it. It's a weapon. So where was I? I was with this woman who was talking to us in Yiddish and English and telling us a story about what happened to her.
Yinglish, as they call it.
Yinglish, right.
Yinglish.
Talking about what happened in the concentration camp. She's a survivor.
She's a survivor, yeah.
And she told us a story, and it was 45 minutes to just tell this story. And I'm going to tell you this story.
Well, we don't have 45 minutes.
No, we don't, but we can
condense it. She said this. Did you just notice that? She said, I'm going to tell you the story. Go.
Go. Because you think you're faster than me. Watch how long it takes.
No, I'm not telling this other woman's story. I'm not taking a woman's story and then going to tell her story. She come tell the story.
She wants to come and tell the story, but this is what she said after she tells us the story. She goes, I talked to Phil Blazer, and he says, talk to Sunday and James, and go on the Sunday and James show and tell the story.
Yeah, but then Phil Blazer said he has no idea what you're talking about.
But she knows his name.
As she does, yeah.
So she's not making it up. So she's in the concentration camp, and this guy says that he is the mayor of Prague, and what he's going to do is give them food and clothing when they get out of the concentration camp. Am I wrong?
They can stay at his palace.
Right, and they can stay at his
and
palace.
And have work.
Right.
And so they come to Prague, and they start asking for this guy, the mayor, and then some woman is like, you sounds like you're talking about my son. He's not the mayor, he's the village idiot, is what the story was. And then they went back to the camp, I think.
They
I don't know
put him back to the camp. I don't know. That's not a funny
camp.
story, but
I don't know why we just told that story.
We shouldn't. But guess what? We're going to have her come on the show and tell the story. We're going to have her come on the show.
Why would we just to tell the same story? You just told her story.
Oh, but when she tells it, she says, this is everything. He's going to have food. He's going to have clothes. He's going to have everything. And we're talking about the mayor of Prague. You understand? And we're in this story. And then she goes off in Yiddish. And you're like, yeah. What do you say?
I speak Yiddish. I don't know. There's words. There's real words.
I don't believe he's. No, they're not words. It sounds like
real words.
Sounds like you're eating, or chewing, or something. What's your favorite Yiddish song?
Sunda. I don't have a favorite.
Sunda! I can't believe it! His favorite Yiddish song is Sundala!
I like them all. Who can pick when there's so many?
I know. There's so many. But what's your favorite? I had one. What is it?
I don't know.
Rachel.
Razala.
Razala. Razala. I love to hear. You know something? It's like the Addams Family. I like to hear. I love Yiddish. I do love Yiddish. I do love the way it sounds. And so I know why we're talking about that. Now he's trying to say that I just talk to complete strangers, which I really don't.
But if you watch this show, you can see what I'm talking about. If you look at how this segment started to where we're at now, talking about Sunda's favorite Yiddish song, you never would have guessed. You never would have said,
you would have never guessed that was my favorite Yiddish song.
We're going to wind up talking about Sunda's favorite Yiddish song.
It's a Jewish station. Why not?
No, I'm saying the way it goes from one subject to the next.
Because I know how to move. I know how to move.
I keep up, though.
Let me see you snap again. There you go. That's a white boy snap. Have you ever seen it?
Why is that a white boy snap?
Well, you got to go. Now do it right, left, right. And lower. Hey, he got it. There we go. We have a whole new audience here for you, for James and Sunda. That's right. So I can't wait to start it. We have an exciting show.
Let's take a break and come back.
Why do I have to take a break?
No, I'm going to take a break. You stay here.
All right. I'll stay here.
All right.
I'll be here when you come back.
All right. We'll be right back. Straight ahead, his music is featured on the hit show Braxton Family Values. Terrence Lee Jones joins us in the studio.
And later, Jews in the News, bizarre breaking stories from the chosen people.
As you all know, there is a national Out Sick competition going on all over the nation, and this week's Out Sick winner is Barbara Levy of Lincoln, Illinois. Barbara was at what she called the happiest day of her life, her granddaughter's wedding. And just as the sharp knife was slicing through the wedding cake, an even sharper pain sliced through Barbara's stomach. Wow. That's right. The happiest day of her life was about to get happier as she doubled over in pain and had to be rushed immediately to Lincoln Memorial Hospital, where it was discovered she had an aortic aneurysm.
She's winning.
The aneurysm, it got better though. The aneurysm was large enough that it required surgery. She's in the ICU, she's doing well, she's recovering, but she's such a focused competitor that she's hoping that while she's in the ICU, she might get a bladder infection that spreads to her kidney. Now, tremendous competitor. She doesn't even need the bladder infection or the kidney infection because she's already won. And we're going to be sending her out sick, the home edition. Congratulations, Barbara. You are a national inspiration. You've won this week's Out Sick competition. You'll receive the home edition. Thank you very much. Now joining us on the program, we have the fierce, the most fabulous, the most exciting man in the world. He is the vocal coach on the Braxtons, which can be seen on WeTV. Here he is, Terrence Lee Jones.
Good evening. Cut.
Now this is a game that people play.
What kind of game would someone want to play about sickness? That's a little sick.
Jews, you love the Jewish people.
Jews
are always trying to outsick each other. You ever tell a Jew that you're sick, they're going to try to outsick you. They'll tell you that they're sick.
I did notice that with one of my Jewish friends. I told her, I was like, I had a coach. She's like, oh yeah, I know what you mean. I had a fever in my fever.
Microphone.
And I was wondering what that was about. I was like, oh.
Well, that's how the Jews do it, and that's why the Jews are playing that game, and you know how you win.
It's you that do that with me. I'm trying to remember who was the person.
Yeah,
it's you.
But to win, you have to drop dead.
You drop dead and win.
Okay, whatever.
Okay.
Moving right along.
Welcome to the show, Terrence.
Thank you, and I'm here.
Right. We are so glad that you are here.
I'm so glad that I'm here. And thank you for having me, you guys.
Right. We're happy to have you.
I'm happy to be here. Happy.
To pull you away from the Braxtons right now, you're very busy. I mean, everyone's tweeting about you.
Tweeting. Tweet.
Birds are flying. Tweet.
Not there. You have to pull up. You have to take a deep breath. See, this is what happens. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
We don't have all that time,
But even before the Braxtons, you've had a tremendous career. You're a historical figure. You're the first graduate of Howard University with a bachelor's in music.
And a master's in music.
In
jazz studies with an emphasis in vocal performance.
Right.
And that means that before that at Howard University, it's a historically black college and university in Washington, D.C., that was established to educate the freed slaves. That was its mission. And that's why it became such a great institution. And before desegregation, right on the brink of that period, the greatest African-American minds that had been educated all over the world could not teach at other universities. And that was the repository for the greatest black minds in the world, Howard University. So I have to preface that first.
Sure.
And at Howard, in the College of Fine Arts at Howard University, you cannot receive a degree in vocal music unless you were a classical voice major, which is ironic because it is a historically black college and university not focusing on the contributions of African American styles and structures of the song. So I was the first person to help create the undergraduate degree in my master's study. So that's how that happened.
From a family of teachers, am I right?
Well, my mother was an educator. She was.
Stop! You're making noise. It makes noise. Picks up.
I'm a musician. Okay,
I know you're always.
I'm always playing piano. My mother was an English teacher, and my father was a chemist. But they loved the arts, so we were always doing arts. And my father was like, "Here's some stuff painted on the wall.
Really?
Here's a piano. You should play it." My mother introduced me to Handel and Bach and Beethoven and Mozart and all those people, and my father introduced me to Nat King Cole and Coltrane, and so in our house. And my grandparents sang in choirs, on both sides of my family. I remember when I was a child, about 12, staying with my grandmother and remembering them going to choir practice. But my grandmother had her music so organized in a folder. And I remember they said, "We'll be back." And I was like, "Where are they going?" You remember, I really, this is very vivid to me. And I'm like, And what is that in that folder? Why is she taking? Because I was a nosy child, you know. It was in me from the beginning. I can't help it. But 3 snaps in a circle and a square Z or whatever. And I said, what is she doing? And it was music. It was organized. She knew which piece was going to be rehearsed at what time. And I observed all of that. And I'm thinking, and it just came back to my memory a few years ago. And it's very in the front of my mind because that was influencing me. And I wanted to go too.
Right.
I wanted to go to rehearsal too, but I couldn't.
Why?
I don't know because I was a crazy child. If my father wasn't there, I'd be on the ceiling, you know, like Aviva.
Oh, okay.
Turning
great.
flips. No, seriously, I would. If the only person, my father would go, once, you got one more time, I'd sit
That's it.
down.
One more time.
He'd say, once more. And I knew what that meant. But I wanted to go with him. And so I think those are the very beginning of my influences. But back to that degree, I was the first person to receive that degree and to help write the undergraduate degree program for jazz vocal studies. It now has over 150 jazz voice majors.
Wow. Now.
And they were on that show with the different choirs and groups. What's that show?
Glee?
I
don't know.
The competition where they were Afro Blue.
Sue would know.
What's the name of the group? The
Sue.
group competition. So y'all are tired up in here. What?
No,
Sue knows. She knows.
The group, the singing group competition. No, it's about group singers. All these groups. You all get an F. F, flunk. If you were in my classroom, F. But it was Afro Blue. That's who the Jazz Vocal Workshop is today. And they came and they were the finalists on that national TV show.
That we don't know, but that's
That
okay.
you all don't know because y'all
we're
up
a
in here.
national TV
Because
show
we're
too.
Jewish Life Television and all we do is watch Jewish Life. Come on with it, honey. Get with the world. Stay Jewish, but come on, be a little bit more inclusive, all right?
That's why you're here.
That's why you're here.
Oh, so I'm again the first. Here I go again. The
No.
first.
No, you're not. You're not.
I feel like
You're
Harry
not.
Tubman
What
about
is
this kid.
Sunda?
Sojourner
Harry
Truth. Oh, I said, here I come, y'all. Opening up the door for the rest of the Negroes.
What do you miss, Roxanne?
What is that role Cicely Tyson play? Miss Jane
Miss
Pittman.
Pittman.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the first to open the door. Come on, it's
No,
the 21st century. We're still doing that.
You are-
Anyway, that is, and just to go on, I'm gonna give you the list of graduates of Howard University College of Fine Arts: Felicia Rashad, Debbie Allen, Lynn Whitfield, Donnie Hathaway, Roberta Flack, Richard Smallwood, the great gospel artist, Wendy Raquel Robinson, who's on The Game and played the principal on that show with Steve
21.
Harvey, Taraji P. Henson, who was nominated as Best Supporting Actress. The list is so, Isaiah Washington, don't say his
Why
name
is
too
it-
loud.
Right.
Misbehaving, calling people out of their name. What's wrong with you, Isaiah?
Wait, what's the Isaiah story? I don't know.
He called that boy on that show up.
Oh yeah.
The F word, F-G-G-O-T-T.
Something like that. Yeah.
And they worked him and they said, well, you won't be on this television show no more
who do you
calling
think
people out of their
runs
names.
this business?
What's wrong with you? I don't get oppressive piece of people oppressing others. That's
Right.
strange
Right.
to me.
There you go.
The oppressive, those who have
get
been
it either.
oppressed should never ever oppress others. That's just a sin.
And so I met you through the Debbie Allen Dance Academy.
Miss Debbie, my mentor, the
Right.
woman who holds the torch for all of us, really. She sets the standard for work ethic.
She does. She certainly
Darling,
does.
she worked with me like,
She
I always
works.
thought that was the Chinese.
you haven't worked with Debbie Allen.
I see.
This thing's, all right, Taylor Swift, starting at 9 a.m. Don't be late.
I see.
Well, now how is it working with the Braxtons? You've
Tell us
come
about
from
the
Well, let's
yeah.
go back to Debbie Allen for a second. She's fierce, and I love her, and thank you, Debbie, for everything that you've given me over the last 12 years because I don't miss a beat. Thank you, Miss Allen.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, sure.
I don't miss nothing. Debbie is on every beat. She might be directing, but she knows everything that's going on in that room and over there, too.
Okay.
I swear.
That's what you have to do.
You have to know, honey, you ain't gonna pull no
doesn't
wool
matter.
over that queen's eyes. She be like, darling, I know the truth. Okay, next.
Next.
Tell us about the Braxtons. What's it
Out
like?
of nowhere, Terrence is everywhere, okay?
Out of
people,
nowhere.
people are talking about, I mean, he's done Kathy and
Regis and Kathy Lee with the Braxtons. That was my first national TV show. The girls, let's go back a little bit before that. I just finished that master's degree at Howard University, and I got, at one time I thought I aspired to be a professor of music at the university level. And I just got an assignment, just finished the master's, and I got a call from someone at Bowie State University in Bowie, Maryland, to teach one class, part-time. I was so excited. And I was teaching at Bowie State, and I had my role. I was so official because I was like, I'm gonna get tenure here, and I'm just gonna live and do this and be a professor of music and create new trends in music education on the undergraduate and graduate degree level. And I had my role. I was so official. You should
Like
have
your
seen
grandmother.
me. Yes.
You had your bag.
And I checked that role fiercely. You know, 3 unexcused absence at the university level is an automatic F.
Wow.
Yep, automatic. So I had this role, and I kept seeing this Braxton name on my role, but I had no connection to it being with Tony. And I said, Tawanda Braxton. And that's exactly what you heard, silence. Absent. Trina Braxton. Absent. So second day of my class. Tawanda Braxton, and other names too. Tawanda Braxton. Absent. Trina Braxton. I said, who are these people? I'm asking the class, they fell out laughing because they knew. I said, you need to send word to them. They have one more day before it's going to be an F. Failure, flunk, get out of my sight, do not come back.
Done.
The next day I said, Tawanda Braxton. She came running down the aisle. It was hilarious. Please, can we talk to you after class? We got your work. They were out of breath and sat down. And that was my introduction to them, and that's how I knew who they were. And another story, I was teaching the class, and this woman was in the back sitting, observing me teach. And it made me kind of awkward because I thought it was a representative from the university.
Right.
Because they can come and observe.
Right.
And I was like, wait a minute. And she didn't announce herself. She didn't tell me who she was. I had no idea. And I just turned around and said, ma'am, I don't know who you are or why you're here. She could have been an assassin. Anybody tried after my life. Someone from my past. But she said, I said, why are you here? Who are you? I don't know. Are you officially here? I need to understand. She said, please, if you don't mind, may I please sit in? I have so much to share with you. If you would not. She was so kind. I said, of course. And then afterwards she said, I'm the mother of the pop singer Toni Braxton. And I just want to say, my daughters are in your class, Trina and Tawanda, and they've told me what a great experience this has been for them being in this class. And we like to invite you to be their vocal coach.
Wow.
Well, listen, we got to take a break.
What?
We
I am not finished yet.
Our time is up, but tell everybody, so the show is on WeTV, and tell them how they can follow you on Twitter and all your information.
TV on Thursdays. It's called Braxton Family Values, and it stars Tony and all the girls, Tony, Tracy, Tawanda, Trina, and Tamar, the magnificent Regis said when we were on the Regis and Kathy Lee show years ago. And
How do they follow you on Twitter?
you follow me on
Terrence Lee
Twitter,
Jones?
Terrence Lee, Jonz.
Ah, Z.
And
At
go
Terrence
on.
Lee Jones?
No, not. Well, yeah, I guess that's.
Twitter
I'm
is
not
at,
technically.
yeah, it would be at Terrence Lee, Jon.
Joe and Z, and always acknowledge the Braxtons because that's why I'm receiving this popularity. And just watch the show.
That's good. Well, we're looking forward to having the Braxtons on. Will you join them again
Of
when
course.
they come
Well,
on?
yeah, of course. And I would love to have them. Let's get in contact with them to make that official. But those are my girls. I love
All
them.
right, we'll have
Terrence
Sue
Lee
Cass take
Jones.
care of that.
Thank you, Terrence.
All right. I just made it to Terrence Lee Jones show. So you all are buying.
Coming up, it could be a Roman Polanski sequel, Shahrazadeh's Baby. Our Persian diversion's daughter makes her debut.
You were like, oh my God, my daughter. I have a daughter?
All right, welcome back to the show. It is now time for a brand new segment that we call This Week in Jewish History.
Yes.
All right. This Week in Jewish History, Sunda, in 1926.
I was a baby.
Goldie, This week in Jewish history, in 1926, Goldie and Max Mendel were the first Jews to move to Boca Raton, Florida.
And they never left.
True pioneers, Jewish astronauts, as we say.
Jewish astronauts.
Isn't that amazing?
Can you imagine Jews
This
in
week.
space? What is this?
This
Where
week.
am I? I'm tired. I want to go home. Let's go to Boca.
Let's go to Boca. That was when it all started, 1926, with Goldie and Max Mendel. All right, Sunda, tell us what's going on
We
here.
actually have drinks named after us.
We do.
And you have a choice. You can have the Sunda or you can have the James. And we are here with
And
Z.
the James and Sunda.
Or the James and Sunda.
And don't forget, Z, born in
and
Italy,
Z, listen, we've got
raised in Germany.
We've got an Italian, born in Italy, raised in Germany, here, who's going to tell you how he's going to be. He's a mixologist, actually. That's what they call you,
Yes, I am.
mixologist, right?
That's right. That's the right term. That's it.
Wow.
Now, Zante is sponsoring the show, right?
Zante is sponsoring the show. We call you Z, but your real name is
Zadran.
Zadran.
Yes.
Zadran and Sunda. Now that's a drink.
That's a combo.
That's a
That's a
Yeah.
combo. Talk about a name for a mixologist.
This
That's
is
the James there for you.
What is it again? Coffee and milk?
It's the coffee hearing and some milk and a vanilla bean in there for you.
And a vanilla bean.
Yes.
Right. So don't drink it down too fast. There you go.
This is good. This is
How
good,
is it?
ladies and gentlemen. This is very good. Coffee, vanilla bean, coffee.
Look at that vanilla bean.
I'm already drunk.
Nice. Doesn't take much, huh?
No, it doesn't.
Try us. And this drink can go hot too, right?
Yes, it
I
can.
Oh my
Absolutely.
God,
Yeah,
it
it's
is
really
good,
good,
James.
It is good. It's very good.
It's no Sunda, but this is me.
No, that's the James
That
and
is
Sunda.
the, yes,
This is James
which is
Sunda.
basically just a cognac, flavored cognac.
It's a brandy snifter, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I like to drink all my drinks out of a brandy snifter.
Classy.
It's very classy. I even like to drink Coke out of a brandy snifter. You know what I mean? It gives me like a sort of air of sophistication.
Yeah, hair of sophistication. As it
Hey,
tastes.
What is it again?
That's cognac.
That's neat.
Flavored
Cognac.
with pear, vanilla,
Oh,
and
it
some
smells
special
delicious.
spices.
This is a tremendous drink. The James and
Isn't
Sunda
it?
is
Just by itself. Doesn't need anything.
This is the Sunda.
That's the Sunda there.
This
which
is made with
uh,
cherries.
With cherry hearing,
Have a
and it's
sip.
a spin on a mojito.
You can.
I have allergies.
Fantastic.
Good?
Listen, you want the
Tremendous,
Sunda
yes.
drink. That's what you want. You want this one. This is
It's good.
fantastic.
We've got 3 drinks, the James, the Sunda, the James and Sunda. Tell us about the website and the product, and then we got to take a break.
Yeah, just go to drinkzante.com and you can find all of these and some great recipes for the drinks.
Z from Dante, ladies and gentlemen.
Zante.
Thanks for having me.
When we come back, we got more incredible show. Stay tuned.
Check out more content online at our webpage, jamesandsunda.com.
All right, welcome back. It is now time for a little thing we like to call Heb News. These are some stories, the most pressing stories, the most pressing news confronting the Jewish people, Sunda.
Yes, yes.
Are
And
you ready?
I'm ready. I'm so ready. And I've been dying ever since I saw the new commercial to discuss this.
And joining us now, we have our very own, the James and Sunda's very own investigative journalist, reporter, Christopher Edling. Chris, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. How are you all doing today?
Handsome, I might add.
So, Sunda and I were watching television the other day, right? And we saw a commercial for Hebrew National Hot Dog.
Every bite goes above and beyond the call of deliciousness. That's a big 10-4 kosher. No
So what's going on with Hebrew National Hot Dogs and the Jewish people, Chris?
Well, Hebrew National has gotten themselves into a bit of trouble. Actually, ConAgra Foods, which is the company that owns the Hebrew National brand, has a class action lawsuit being filed against them for not being kosher. You know, they've always claimed that it's 100% kosher meat. They answer to a higher authority, and there's a law firm in Arizona that spearheaded a class action lawsuit against Hebrew National, claiming, in fact, they're not keeping kosher standards.
How do they know? How are they making that claim?
Well, from various news sources, I've discovered that there are some former employees for these slaughterhouses in Hebrew National that have made the claims that, in fact, Hebrew National slaughterhouses are cutting corners, they're not keeping kosher, so there are former employees involved. And, you know, the counter lawsuit is saying these are disgruntled former employees, they're not stating the truth. So contentious debate. People were saying that they paid a premium for these hot dogs because, you know, they're keeping kosher. And now that they're claiming they're not keeping kosher, they're trying to get that money back. So I'm not sure how much money you will be able to get out of it. But if you think about how many Hebrew National hot dogs you've bought over the course of the last 2 years, added up, you might have some.
Add it up. Just look at the camera. Look at me. I can tell you how many I've eaten.
She has one or two every morning for breakfast. One more incredibly important story that is confronting the Jewish people, and I guess I'll start by asking you, Chris, the glasses that I'm wearing, will they pass the modesty test?
Well, I have not sampled the modesty glasses myself. From what I understand, they are very effective. The purpose of the modesty glasses, as you know, is these are non-prescription glasses that very conservative or very orthodox Jewish men can wear to keep themselves from seeing women who are dressed in a nature that they should not be exposed to, they feel they should not be exposed to. So there are stickers that are put on the lenses of the glasses that obscure vision past a few meters. So these Jewish men can walk around. They won't be able, you know, they won't bump into the thing right in front of them. They can see, but if there's a woman across the street who's wearing something that, you know, is lascivious, they will not be disturbed by that.
So just to understand, so there's this new thing going on. The Orthodox Jewish men are buying these ultra-Orthodox, or more than Orthodox, right? Ultra-Orthodox men are buying these modesty glasses, and it blurs things that are how many meters in front of them?
It's my understanding they can see up to a few meters in front of their face, so maybe 5-6 feet.
What if the girl's right in front of them?
If the girls are in front of them, you know, they've got a real problem on their hands. But you have to understand that in these communities where they live, typically men and women are segregated in public places, on buses, in sidewalks, and things like that. So ideally, the men and the women would not be coming into close proximity with each other. So it's a problem that they may not have to deal with unless they, of course, they venture outside their communities.
Oh my God, that's an incredible story, Chris. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
We have to take a break. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week with more.
Edling.
Christopher Edling, our investigative reporter in New York. We'll be right back.
Email us your comments at jamesandsunda@gmail.com.
Yes, return it already. Return it. My God. Oh, I love you. I'm here with him now. You're right. He does like to eat, and he is very handsome. Make my tarik and kebab good for dinner. Okay, bye-bye. Kiss and hug.
Who are you?
Who do you think I am? I am your stepdaughter.
I don't have a stepdaughter.
Oh, yes, you do. You have the cooking.
Oh my God. Who are you?
I'm Heradede no Bezede. Please, call me Julia.
Julia. You are Shahrazade's daughter.
Yes.
How did you get here?
How else did I get here? Mahmoud, duh.
Mahmoud, and what are you doing here? Why are you here?
Father-daughter bonding.
Father-daughter bonding?
He reacted weirdly because he didn't know yet, but he got so excited. He was like, oh my God, my daughter. I have a daughter? He was so excited.
What did your mother tell you? I mean, what do you think?
She told me that I came here for father-daughter bonding.
Father-daughter bonding.
That's why she didn't come.
This is insanity. So Shahrazadeh didn't come. She brought her daughter. She has now brought her daughter into this whole insanity. The daughter thinks I'm now her new father. Well, first of all, you're 45 minutes late.
My mom told me you like to wait.
No, I don't like to wait.
I didn't really care if I was late. Really. We were going as slow as possible because my mother told me that I can be late with him because he loves when people being late.
Your mother shouldn't have told you that. First of all, you shouldn't be here. There's a lot of issues with you being here, Harazadeh. And what are you doing?
I'm just crossing my legs.
Okay. So father-daughter bonding. Okay, I'm not your father. You understand that, right? There is absolutely no way that she could be my daughter. All right? She's already 9 or 10 or however old she is. It's impossible. I only know Shahrazadeh for 2 years. Your mother has a thing. I can't get too into it, but she is confused about a lot of things. Are you listening to me? What are you doing?
Nothing. I'm listening to you.
You're listening to me? Okay. And there is no father-daughter bonding. Okay? You need to go back to Mahmoud and go home.
No. Let me see. I got a list of things we're going to do. First, we're going to Disneyland.
No, we're not
and
gonna-
then we're going shopping.
No, we're
and
not.
then we're going to Legoland.
No, we're
and
not.
then we're going shopping.
No.
And then you're getting my iPhone 5.
There is no iPhone 5,
Oh,
okay?
there is?
No, we're not getting all these things. I don't know what world you're living in.
I want to go shopping. Then go to Disneyland, Legoland. That's why I built a new room in my mansion for Apple Store. My father going to buy me.
This isn't happening.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. You are my father.
I am not your father, okay?
At least you'll get me a Mustang convertible.
I'm not getting you a Mustang convertible. And
My mom said you will.
Yeah, I'm even concerned that she might not even be Shirazade's daughter. I mean, this kid asked me for a Mustang and not a Mercedes. So, listen to me. Shirazade, Julia, all right? She's not well. Everything's a little confused for you. I feel very bad for you right now, but this is not father-daughter bonding or anything like that, okay? So I need you to go back to Mahmoud, and you really have to go. We're done. Our time is up. And what are you doing? Okay, this is very inappropriate. I'm not doing anything.
Here's a list of things. See you in the morning. Mahmoud, I'm ready!
What? This is insane. If Shirazade was here, I would tell her that she is having delusions and that she needs help and that she should see a therapist.
I didn't even have to pay him. He's my father. Oh my God, he was so excited. He said, forget the check.
I would also tell Shirazade if she was here that clearly she doesn't love her daughter because that was last year's model of the Louis Vuitton.
That's the first time doing a show a little inebriated, would you say?
you.
For me, right.
For you.
You mean you've had the James before?
Listen, I'm always drinking. How else do you think I get through these days?
Am I that difficult of a partner?
Sometimes.
I think it's fantastic that Zante came on the air and
Yes.
actually mixed up a drink, and now we have the James. You have a choice.
You have a choice.
Now you have a choice. You
You
decide.
choose.
You
You
choose.
choose, America.
That's right. You choose. Do you want to drink the James, or do you want to drink the Sunda, or do you want the James and Sunda? You choose. You decide.
The James will bring you joy, happiness, serenity.
And when you drink Sunda, you'll get everything done.
You'll be
At least in
bouncing
your
off
mind.
walls.
I'm bouncing off
High
walls.
energy.
High energy. High energy.
Nothing
Let me
will
tell
get
you
done.
something.
What do you mean everything will get done?
Everything will get done. I get it all done.
What gets done? Like, what do you have to do?
I want to know. Let's flip
Like,
the
really,
game.
what do you have
Let's
to do?
flip the game.
No, you have so much
now
to
that we
do.
had a little drink,
No,
let's flip the
no,
game,
wait a
okay?
minute.
Let's flip the game.
Tell me.
What do
when
you have to do?
No, I'm
How
not
many
saying
kids
you
do
have nothing to do.
Put your hands on me. That's why I can't stand him on alcohol.
I'm not saying you have
He's
nothing to
abusive.
do.
He beats
she
me after
is
the show.
so
He
mean
beats me
on
after the
alcohol.
show.
I've talked about this before, but that she's bit me.
No, I haven't. I
bitten me?
did not.
You did bite me.
I did, and
You
you have
did
to stop
bite me.
saying that because I'm
Because
going back to
why?
jail soon.
This is true. You were in jail.
We're just kidding to the new people watching. It's actually James's big dream is going to jail just for a day.
Yeah, that's my dream.
Anyway, all I wanted to say was that, I think that I have a lot of, you call it anxiety, but I think I have a lot of energy.
It is energy. Yes,
Right,
it's
but for
anxious
you-
energy.
It's anxious energy, but it's energy, and you have to
No,
keep
but
moving.
you said that if you drink the Sunda drink, you're going to get a lot done.
That's right,
So
you'll get
I'd like
things
to
done.
know
Wanna know what to do?
what's done.
This is what starts a fight constantly.
What's done?
He always wants, this is what he says to me, he goes, what do you do?
No,
all
I
day?"
don't. No, that's
All right?
not true.
Yeah, you want a list. I get up.
paraphrasing. She's
No,
totally
I'm paraphrasing. What did you just say?
What did I just say?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
See that? Stop drinking on the job, all right? Hello there.
What is it that you got? You said you get a lot done. I'd like to know what you've gotten done.
Today?
I'll give you all week.
All week.
All
okay.
week.
I've got the 2 kids.
You got them done? What
I
does
got
that
them
mean?
done.
Are
Yeah,
they
you
done?
gotta take care of them. You gotta drive them to gymnastics. You gotta drive
went to
them to
gymnastics
boys'
this
classes.
week?
Actually, they were in a theater group this week. Now that you want to get technical and stop making us evergreen, They were in the city in a theater group, okay?
Okay, so you drove them to the theater.
I had to
group.
go on a subway and think that they was going to blow up every time I was on it,
On
okay?
a subway.
Yeah, you got to go, you got to drop them off, you got to get their lunch ready, you got to get the snack ready, you got to get them ready.
So you went
all
on a
right?
subway.
And then you got to make sure that their hair's combed. Have you ever seen Tova's hair? Well, you wouldn't know about hair. How long does it take you to do your hair, James? How many seconds?
Believe it or not, at home you're watching, you're thinking I make this look easy. This takes about 7 hours to do. I have to wake up at about 5 o'clock in the morning and I don't get out till about noon.
James, because you can't
Because I have to get this straightened. First of all, I have to get this straightened. Did you
have a
know
little
that?
gray hair for the first
Dude,
time.
I really will leave it. I need them all. Don't pull
Well,
it out.
it's very funny because James happens to get his hair done by one of our wonderful, what do you call them, promotional
You
people.
have no gray hair.
Yes, I do.
That's unbelievable.
Yes, I do. I have
How
a
do
lot
you
of
do
gray
that?
hair. How do I do it?
Yes.
It's nice and easy the way I do it. But here's what I wanted to say. Tara Love, who is giving us promotional consideration, also does James's hair, and he only goes to black hairdressers.
This is true. I only go to black hairdressers. Yes.
Why is that?
They understand me in a way that a white hairdresser or another ethnic or race doesn't. A black woman understands my hair. My hair was made for a black hairdresser.
Dude, they're using a clipper. They're going to have a Z in your hair or something like that next time. You're going to be coming in here with tattoos. Do you like going to a black hair salon? Tell them your first experience in a black hair salon.
I went to the black hair salon and I told them that I wanted a jerry curl. I did.
You did not.
And they said, not a problem. And I got one.
James, stop it.
What? I had a jerry curl. You don't remember back in my jerry curl days?
No, all he did
We'll
was...
send a photo to Ray. You can push everybody
not funny.
how.
It's
What?
not
I
funny.
had a jerry curl.
It's not funny. I took him to a black hair salon, and to stall you, they tell you we're going to put a conditioner in, and they put a plastic bag on his head and sat him under the dryer
Did
for
they?
how long?
I was under the dryer.
For hours.
Longer than one needs to dry my hair. They were like, keep sitting there, hours.
They were like, not yet, not yet. You sit still, you sit still.
It's a big scam, the dryer.
Well, because it's a big thing getting your hair done when you go to a black.
Yeah,
but when you come out, you're fierce. You
it's
know
a
what I
week.
mean? When Tara
Takes
Love
a
does
week.
your hair.
She does this quick. She
Yeah.
did this in like 3 days.
Well, listen. That's how you got to work around your nose, so you know.
Hey!
Hello there.
Oh,
All right,
wow.
so Dante has been a great sponsor. We want to thank you guys
my
so
nose.
much.
Wow.
And
What a way to end the show.
What a way to end the show.
Imagine this show in 3D.
It'd be awesome.
It would be awesome,
Yes,
yes.
there was an audience member who thought it'd be awesome. Love the youth, don't you?
Love them. All right, so we
Okay.
got to go. We'll
We
see
gotta
everybody next week. Thank you very much for watching.
Don't forget to have our drinks.
Drink up.
Drink up.
Have a
Enjoy
good night.
life.